My journey through music when it comes to performing has been just crazy for me because I always wanted to do music. I always wanted to record and get to be in the studio and write songs, but I never really thought I was going to get to. And then I did the theme song for my show, iCarly, and that opened up a lot of doors for me. After that, I started working on my debut album, Sparks Fly. Now when I listen to it, it's like a scrapbook. I mean, I feel like I'm really happy I'll always have that. I think when I first started recording, I was a lot more nervous about it just because it was so new to me, and I was nervous to go in and meet all these writers and producers that I looked up to. And now I feel like I've made a lot of great friends, and you learn something different from everybody. And I'm always trying to keep maturing with my music, so that's something I'm excited about. I wanted to make an EP that people could just, pop in and have a really good time. That was my main thing with this. All the songs are just fun, straight up dance songs that you can just rock out to. My single on the EP that just came out is called Dancing Crazy, and that's when I got to go to Sweden to do that song. I got to work with Max Martin, and also Avril Lavigne co-wrote on the song. One of my favorite songs on the entire EP is the one I got to do with Rivers Cuomo. He wrote the song, and it's a really funny song. It's called High Maintenance. It's really silly and tongue-in-cheek, and it was really cool to get to meet him because I love Weezer, and I've looked up to him for a long time.
I happened to be coming over here to write with Josh and said, hey, you guys want to try writing a song for Miranda? And it sounded like a fun, exciting challenge for me because I usually just write about my own life. I'm not an 18-year-old girl, so it's interesting to try that.
The song we're working on today is called Sayonara, and it's just a really fun dance song. It's one of those songs you hear when you're out with your friends wanting to have a good night. This song was written by Greg Kirsten and Bonnie McKee, who, Bonnie McKee is awesome. She wrote California Girls, and Greg was actually one of the first people I ever worked with when I was 13. He's really awesome too. When I was 13 and I would record songs, I always wanted to record songs about boys, but to be honest, when I was 13, I really didn't know much about boys. Not that I know much now. It's still confusing, but I definitely feel like I have a lot more life experience, and I've actually been in relationships. I feel like I've grown a lot with music. I understand it a lot better, and I feel like I've gone through a lot more too, so I have a lot more to work with.
Like a tiger running through the night. You're the fire, got you in my sight. Feel the music running through my blood. Can't fight my life. What I need is a rocket to rock to the beat. We'll be moving all night. So maybe just keep it rocking, keep it rocking, keep it rocking. Be the light gonna see sayonara.
Great. I think we have it.
I'm getting ready to do a fitting for a photo shoot tomorrow for my EP, my brand new EP, and I'm super excited. This is one of my favorite things to do in the entire world, try on clothes. I kind of want to do something different than I've ever done before, so I like stuff that's girly but then with an edge. I like to wear a lot of jewelry and stuff.
Yeah, I like the texture of this color too.
When you're doing a fitting, you show up and then they have racks of clothes, and normally I go through and I pick out my favorite things right off the bat, and then sometimes I'll ask the stylist what are your favorite things, and she'll show me hers, and sometimes we'll pick the same ones, and we did a lot of that yesterday.
Yeah.
I think everybody goes through that time when they're trying to figure out what they want to be and what their style is, so I think now my fashion sense is kind of like a mixture of what all the different looks I went through before. We've tried on a million outfits, and I'm completely ready for the photo shoot tomorrow. we did a photo shoot for the EP at this insane haunted mansion, and I love haunted things. I'm obsessed with scary stories, and I love all that kind of stuff, so it was just fun getting to be there. We were all telling scary stories on set and trying to freak each other out. The photographer that I worked with today on the shoot, she was really cool. I probably had about 8 or 9 different looks and got to wear my hair a bunch of different ways and do my makeup a bunch of different ways. And I love fashion, I love clothing. And I wore these pants today. I think they weighed about 15 pounds and they were just completely made out of sequins. And it took me about 35 minutes to get them on. And 3 people were helping me get them on.
You, me, in the spotlight. Run around till the end of the night. Hot, hot, keep it coming. We can rock out to the early morning. You, me, going all night. We don't care who's wrong and who's right. Hot,
Welcome to the Miranda Cosgrove Dancing Crazy preparation.
We are getting her geared up to do all kinds of fun stuff out on the road. Running around the stage, singing and dancing.
We'll be practicing for the next 2 weeks and then get ready to go on the bus and go.
I'm going to be on a bus for a month and a half, and I've never done anything like that before in my whole life.
5 weeks, all of us together. You know, it's like everyone's living in everybody's bedroom, you know.
To just be stuck on a bus with all guys for a month and a half, I'm a little nervous about it. My band, they're the Click 5, so they were already a band, and I ended up meeting them through a friend, and we were like, we should like meet up and jam out and see what happens, and we ended up just all really hitting it off, and now we're going on tour together.
It's been a really fun experience, and it's surprising that some of us have been doing it for as long as we have. It's almost a year now. We started out doing rehearsals a lot like this. The more we play with her, the more we see her kind of come into her own on stage.
She's a ton of fun. She's an awesome front person and sings the heck out of the songs.
She's grown a ton. She has grown a lot. Ton. She's the hardest working girl I've ever worked with. Period. Hands down.
and I like the way that we kiss. You and me together like this. Did you hear me say that? Did you hear me say that? Smack!
It's definitely been a long journey. With music, it's a whole different thing where I get to be me, and the messages are coming from me, and it's fun to get to be on stage and actually have the people right in front of you. That's honestly the best part, just getting to meet people that like the music. I love it. I love being on stage and just the energy of the audience and everything. There's really nothing like it.
Put your hands up. Everybody's dancing crazy, and we never stop. We never stop.
You guys have followed me through a lot of fun times and some hard work, and I hope you see me on tour. Bye!